Does your garage sound like this? A little bit overcast here in Florida, the Gulf of America. But today, on our massive, giant garage, designed to hold RVs, look how big this thing is. It's over 12 feet tall. I'm gonna be replacing the bearings. Give you a nice, quiet opening and closing experience of your garage door. Even though we have the belt instead of the chain to help reduce some of the sound, these rollers are still close to being 20 years old. But there is a way to make them quieter because they wear and grind over the years. So today we'll be installing new roller bearings on our garage door. So we got the old roller out. Before you order, you do want to take some measurements. It's got a 2-inch wheel, and this one has a 7.5-inch shaft. So you ordered matching parts. 2-inch wheel, 7.5-inch shaft. The shaft can be a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter than what's on there. Let me show you that. So if you want to measure while it's still attached, again, you can see 2-inch, 7.5-inch shaft. Not that hard to measure while it's in place. So you can see there's a lot of shaft here. I might only need, 6 or so inches here. I don't need all 7, but again, if I want to do like a 12 one, that's way out here. That still doesn't not affecting anything. So just make sure it's at least past this part here when you order new ones. Okay, first thing you want to do is close the garage. Your noisy garage. I'll get a little closer so you can kind of hear like the creak and the badoosh. And the steel. There's definitely worse garages, and this one's just a monster. It's 12 feet tall to fit an RV in here, so it's a big garage. And we're gonna have fun taking this apart today. Taking these off is exceptionally easy. Some have 4 bolts, yours might have 6 or 8, but again, as long as the garage is down, this isn't doing anything right now. All the weight is on the garage door itself. So you can remove one of these safely and not affect the garage door. All right, once you have the bolts loose, to remove it easily just comes out. Basically, it's just like this, you put it back in like that. So here's our old roller. Installation is easy. You see how there's like a round and then a flat on your track here? What you're doing is you're just putting that in there like this and then turn it. And then you put that back in the same spot. You see? That's kind of quieter than the steel clanking. So we're just gonna put this in place now. See, it's trapped in there. Now roll nice and smooth. For the old one, kind of gunky. You see the wheel? You even have trouble spinning here. And a little better spin. It's just quieter. So now I'll do all of them. See, pretty easy install. 26 minutes of recording here. You might have watched and noticed, hey, you only did 12 and you have 14. That's correct, for two reasons. One, they only come in packs of 12 for the ones I wanted to buy. I can probably order 2 more. Secondly, on my garage, the cable, that's the counterbalance, which goes all the way up to that giant spring there, is actually attached to where this wheel is attached. So when I want to do this one, I'm going to have to anchor that cable somewhere, do this whole thing, and then reattach it. So I can probably anchor it to the wall right there. I'll just drill something into that wall, anchor it to the wall, and then move back and forth. It's just a little, a little pin right there holding it in place, but it's a lot of weight there, because especially my garage is very heavy. So I'll hold off on doing these last 2 for a little bit, but the rest look really good. Let me grab some of these nasty ones. You can kind of see, they get rusty. The bearings get noisy. They get hard to spin. This one's barely spinning. Very rusty. So these were nylon, so it was a high quality prior. But the ones I ordered are designed for saltwater submersion on the bearings, because we get flooded in here. We hit 4 feet last year. So it's good to have bearings that are water sealed for stuff like that. Nylon doesn't rust. You want the either stainless steel or aluminum or titanium shaft so it doesn't rust or corrode like these did really badly. So I went for the stainless steel ones. They're real shiny, probably won't rust. But now, open the garage and it doesn't fall down. We did a good job. See how it sounds. The only noise we're hearing now is the spring. The wheels are super quiet. That's a really quiet garage. So I'll have to replace the entire spring configuration to make it a little less noisy. I'll just keep pumping WD-40 onto it and hoping it fixes it. But that's it. Obviously, most of you are gonna have much smaller garages than my giant RV garage. So, but it took about half an hour to do the whole project, replacing 12 of these. Count how many you got. So it looks like about 2 minutes each, if you do the math. I had a couple complications. I'll lower it and show you the complications I had. Really just one, but listen to it go down. Oh, so much quieter. That's how a garage is supposed to sound. Maybe I'll replace that spring someday. It's about 20 years old. Barely hold up that garage. For this one here, you'll see I've got the bolt hook through the lockbox. So I had to take the whole lockbox off. And that was really the only complication. The rest went really easy. About midway through, my drive shaft spun, my extension. I put a new one on. Other than that, super easy project.